doing, let's say you start at the top, you're doing in spin down to the bottom, then you reverse and do anti-spin up. So in spin, anti-spin, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then the way I'm standing is in what I would call a T stance. My right foot is pointing that way, and my left foot is pointing toward the screen. So in a T, because when I swivel, I'm going to be standing with my left foot pointing that way and my right foot pointing to the screen. So it's just this to this, to this, to this. Top down is in spin, then anti-spin up, spin, anti-spin, spin, anti-spin, spin, anti-spin. I think the right hand's probably going to be easier if you're a righty. And then here's the left hand. The left hand starting at the bottom is going to go spin to the top, and then when you get to the top, out and down in anti-spin. So spin, anti-spin, spin, anti-spin, spin, anti-spin, spin, anti-spin, spin, anti-spin. I'm going to turn and face this way so you can see better. The left hand, you're doing this motion. And what probably feels like not smooth as I'm watching you is when you're coming from this top position into the anti-spin, you're using a lot of elbow to get it to pump forward. But that's normal when you start. So what you'll want to work on is the arm going up, and then the pump is a little bit more gradual as you get more comfortable with it. Up, out, and down, up, out, and down, up, out, and down, up, out, and down, up, out, and down. And then it's about getting accustomed to where the timing is. So as the poi is coming on the back side of the turn and going across the bottom, that's when you pump your hand forward. So when you're at the top, as the poi, so there, 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 that's when you pump. That's when you pump. And now, and now, and now. So if you're struggling with it, that should help. And if your wrist feels funny, it's probably because you're doing a lot more of the work in your shoulder and elbow right now. As you get to the front, pop it over the back and down. So what you want to do in order to do that is as the poi comes to the front, flick it. And as you flick, you're going to pull your arm back and down to 6 o'clock. So when you're at the front, as the poi comes over the top, you're going to give it more push. So when I say more push, what I mean is your wrist is going to come like this. You're going to scoop, and you're going to give it more momentum at the bottom of the turn. You're going to scoop, and then as you scoop, you're going to, as it comes over the top, you're going to pull your arm down to 6 o'clock here. So you come all the way up, push and scoop, push and scoop, push and scoop, push and scoop. So that's sort of the kinesthetic motion for it, where you're pushing forward and scooping over the top, pushing forward, scooping over the top, pushing forward, scoop, push and scoop, push and scoop. And I definitely, for me, this may not work for you as much. I feel like if you give it more energy as it's coming around the turn in the front and over the top, if you give it the extra, the flick with the wrist like you're skipping a rock, that really helps give it the momentum to get it around all the way and bring you all the way down to the bottom of the turn. Left hand underhand, and then the right hand overhand. And then if you're ready to put it together and try, you can try and put it together in steps. The right's on top, the left is on bottom, and then you swing both of them in spin. And then this is where you do your anti-spin, where both hands are going to pop forward, and then the right hand will end up on top and the left hand will end up on the bottom. Right? So all you do is that after much practice.